Shalom, shalom. Kahala Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Yashira Allah. What's good, people, man? Look, hey. Been meditating on this one. Well, I meditate on all of them. Try to give some brothers some chance to come on in. So we're going to go ahead and start this one off right. No. What? I don't know what's going on with it. Let's just... Code, okay. Let's go ahead and get this all going. The fuck is the problem? Okay. There we go. All right. Squid, what's good with you, bro? Hey, man, I'm sorry that I missed that email, bro, man. You know, B system be messing with my notifications, bro. It literally didn't even populate till like the day you seen me reply. So we'll definitely be getting that one in though, bro, for sure. And if you want to come on the panel, you can, bro. I'm finna go ahead and get this thing started. So we're gonna start off always. I always start off and put this on the screen. All that BS ain't for all that. So we're going to exercise our right to fair use, which means we have the right to show any and everything here. So let's just stamp that right there. I can have an understanding of that. We ain't got to, okay. We can get it in just like that. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to look at some stuff. I have this title, Technology and Horses. All right. All right, we're going to start here, and I'm just going to show y'all some stuff. I'm going to show y'all some stuff that I've been looking at, and just make some connections, okay? And if I'm on this share screen, so if I don't see you or something talking, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just I can't see you until I go back to the stream or screen. And we're going to start off with this. We're going to hit on this little point. We're going to use this a few clips. I've showed some of these clips before. But some of these points should come into the light a little bit better. And that's about it. All right, we're gonna start right here. We're gonna hit on something that he's telling them. The commercials and all that. Please, y'all, just bear with me. The Creator formed us on the second day, the day He made the heavens. We watched over Adam and Eve, saw their frailty and their love, and then we saw their fall, and we pitied them. We were not stone then, but light. It was not our place to interfere, yet we chose to try and help mankind, and when we disobeyed the Creator, Okay. He said, with our help, they became great and mighty. Well, that's bullshit. With their help, we failed. He said, with our help, they became great and mighty. But then they turned our gifts into violence, right? Now, what are the gifts? Let's go into that. Okay. I want to show y'all something. And I personally think this. To I'm not here to tell nobody else what's right and wrong. This is my personal thought. And I'm going to show y'all some evidence to back this up. All right. Take a good look at what you're looking at. Okay? Besides the fact this is a giant, besides the fact that these are the Amorites, priests, take a good look at what you're looking at. Pseudoscience has this big problem, and I've noticed this. This big problem they have is every time they see, I want you to focus on this. Every time they see this, they say, oh, that's a sun disk. Every circle they attribute to being a sun disk. I'm going to tell y'all straight up, that's bullshit. I'm taking a good look, and I've been looking at this picture. That is a wheel. And I'm going to show you how it's a wheel. First of all, it's hanging on two ropes. It's clearly this fallen one, or the Nephilim, the child of the fallen one, who still possesses, that knowledge and that intelligence from the heavens. They gave man the wheel. This is my interpretation, and I'm gonna tell you why I can prove that. That's a wheel. That's not a sun disk. That's a damn wheel. And let's just go and get this. Notice whenever you see the mainstream media, whenever they want to paint the idea of man in the oldest technology, what do they always show you? A caveman with a hammer hitting on the wheel, right? I'm going to show you how they've been being crafty. Watch this. I'm going to prove to y'all that's a wheel. Now remember, this is Sapar. So this is simple. So this is ancient Mesopotamia. Now watch this. Connection time. Now, you see this? The invention of the wheel, right? Who invented the wheel? So let's go right. It was a commercial. Just bear with me, y'all. They so funny. Yeah. All right, here we go.
After mastering agriculture and livestock, man gradually abandoned his nomadic lifestyle and societies became sedentary with the first permanent settlements. This cut with the nomadic past became known as the Neolithic Revolution. Some settlements kept developing themselves and their population began to grow in numbers. This new form of society began to divide labor, creating classes of experts in certain activities, and thus the division of society in social classes was getting clearer. Trading with other settlements was also more common. Some of these settlements became trading posts, which boosted their growth and development, with the first cities now appearing. Scholars claim that the first cities were born on the banks of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in Mesopotamia, today's Iraq. The cities of Uruk and Eridu are considered to be the first cities founded by men. With that, the first great civilization, today known as the Sumerians, was born. The vast number of products that were demanded by the cities could turn into a logistical bedlam, but instead, it stimulated the mundane use of a new invention, the wheel. It is likely that the invention of the wheel derived from the observation of trunks being rolled to move heavy cargo. The first
Bullshit. That's all we needed. He said the first wheel came from Mesopotamia. Like I said, anytime you talk to these dickheads, the first thing they're going to say, oh man, that's a sun disk. Man, that's a sun disk. No, it's not. It's a wheel. And look, he got it hanging on ropes. He's got it suspended. Why? So they can see the rotation of it. Yes, that's an Assyrian star on it. Yeah, I dig that, but that's a wheel. Now, ancient Mesopotamia, ancient Babylon shows a demon god presenting a wheel to these men, right? Now, yet you go over here and the oldest wheel in the world is found in Mesopotamia. So y'all still think this ain't got something to do with all that? Okay. Boom. You see this?
The wheel. It is likely that the invention of the wheel derived from the observation of trunks being rolled to move heavy cargo. The first wheels were massive and had bumpy axles, but those mechanisms were perfected over the years. The lubrication of the axles.
Let's stop. We don't need no more of that. This is where they got the wheel from. Remember? Noah 2014, he said, and they turned our gifts into violence, right? What would be one of the next thing chariots are used for? War. Very common, right? So we look at technology and we understand where it comes from. So let's get some backup, right? So let's show another piece of technology that's not associated with the wheel, but the technology and the inception of it was for a bad idea. All right. Go to brochure Genesis 11. Genesis 11:1. And the whole earth was of one language and of speech. And it came to pass they journeyed from the east and found the plain in the land of Shinar and dwelt there. And they said to one another, go, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone and slime for their mortar. And they said, go, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. So this is blasphemous. And number two, this is stop right there. Not only is it blasphemous, but this is an act against the Creator. Okay? Period. And let us make a name, see that? Lest we be scattered abroad the face of the whole earth. So when they built this idea, they built this tower and this city with the idea of rebelling against the Creator. Why is this important? Because the flood has just happened. They wasn't building a tower to see how tall they could get it. They was building a tower because they was afraid to be flooded again. So they felt as though they could use technology to overthrow the creator. And as we know, this is very evil. Now watch this. Let's see. Shalom, shalom. All right, let me see here. So let's go ahead. Let's get this. Now let's go ahead. Now you see the title. This is Technology and Horses, right? So we're showing you the inception of this technology. It's evil. It is what it is, y'all. Point blank, period. Am I telling you everything that's being done with technology is evil today? No. But I'm telling you, in its inception, this is who it came from. Think about how many more inventions we got off just having the wheel. I want y'all to think on this. You can look at this, and like I said, you can look all around the world. The oldest wheel you're gonna find come from Mesopotamia. You're gonna see some documents that gonna say, "Oh, we found the wooden wheel in Europe that's older than everything." No, you found this wheel right here because you know why? Only in Mesopotamia, would not only do you find the oldest wheels, but you find the oldest chariots. So clearly, this also proves that Babylon and Egypt are just an extension of each other. So let's shift a little bit. A lot of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm finna do, but you gotta take it, man. It's hard, y'all, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go to 1 Kings chapter 10. And okay, here we go. And Solomon gathered together chariots. What are you doing? Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Kids. Okay. Cool. Okay. 1 Kings chapter 10, 26. And Solomon gathered together chariots and horsemen. And he had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the cities of the chariots, and with the king of Jerusalem. And the king made silver to be in Jerusalem as stones and cedars, so that he made he to be as a sycamore trees that are in the vale of abundance. And Solomon had horses brought out of Egypt, and linen, yarn, and the king's merchants received linen, a yarn, and a price. And a chariot came up and went. So we're just gonna stop. For y'all who can't understand this, it's evil. What horses and technology represent is evil, y'all. And King Solomon is the one who reintroduced this back into us. And a lot of y'all ain't gonna like that because I know, we love Solomon. We understand he did good and we understand he went off. But do we really understand when he began to go off? Because having the 40,000 horses and chariots, that was not good. And I'm going to point this out why it's not. And I'm going to prove it. It's not good because it proves that you don't trust in Yahweh protecting you. I'm going to prove that. Watch this. For a lot of people not getting that, when Solomon had all them horses, that was evil, y'all. It wasn't about his success. Let's get there. Okay. judgment. According to the sentence. Which they have. Okay. This is Deuteronomy 17:15. Thou shalt any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose, because he chose Solomon, one from among thy brethren, shalt thou set king over thee, and thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So it says only an Israelite was supposed to rule us, as Solomon was. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much the Lord hath said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. But he shall not multiply horses to himself. I just showed y'all Solomon multiplied horses to himself. But a lot of y'all gonna be mad. I'm a lot of Jake man gonna be mad at me, but it is what it is, man. We gotta get this understanding, y'all. I'm not here to bash Solomon and tell you he was wicked and what he did wrong. What I'm here to do is to simply point out when it started. Okay? One more time. Deuteronomy. You go pick up your Torahs and look for yourself. Deuteronomy 17:16. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as Yahweh hath said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more the way. I'm going to show you this. Now watch this. Let's get some more proof, right? Now, I was looking at this and I was like, like what? Oh, blown away. And I said, let me dig on this, right? So instead of doing everything, I got all this. I ain't trying to impress nobody. Let's just get this, y'all. It doesn't make sense until you start around Joshua. This is Joshua 11:4. And they went out, they and all their host with them, much people, even as the sand is upon the seashore, and the multitude with horses and chariots, very many. Joshua 11:6. And the Lord said unto Joshua, be not afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time we will deliver all of them slain before Israel, and thou shalt haul their horses and burn their chariots with fire. Okay, this word haul is like, it means hamstring. Now, if you cut a horse hamstring, he can't run no more. He's basically useless, right? Why do you think Yahweh would command us when we went into the land of Canaan to go hamstring all their horses? One, yes, we are very aware that he told us to kill everything, but he had a specific way that he wanted this done. Now, you can keep going down into this, and you're going to realize and see, look at this. And Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots and 12,000 horsemen. We just showed you Deuteronomy 17:16. The king was not supposed to multiply horses in our land, point blank, period. And let's get to that. Because when we start to really examine this Torah, we start to really see that like these horses it's not what you think it is. So look. Now watch this. Watch how Isaiah puts it in his condemnation. So let's just start at 6. Look at what it says. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people. You know what? Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they have replenished from the east and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Watch this. Their land is also full of silver and gold. Neither is there any end to their treasures. Their land is also full of horses. Neither is there any end of their chariots. Why do you think Isaiah is condemning this? You know why? Watch this. Sometimes we got to go back, y'all. It is what it is, man. Because a lot of people probably picking up their Torah now like, what? Deuteronomy 17:16. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as Yahweh have said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. So we understand that this horses thing is not right. And let's go ahead. I want to say Shia. I want to say it's 33. I got my book open too, so bear with me, y'all. I ain't none of this stage, just meditating and going right off of it. See, let me see. Let me make sure. I want to make sure we got this in the right place. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. Let's go back. So that's gonna be it's gonna be Isaiah 31. I have to open up my Torah real quick to make sure I'm on point. Woe to them that go down to Egypt. Remember that? Remember that? He said, don't increase horses and don't tell them to go back to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Yasharallah, Yahweh, your power, neither seek Yahweh. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will rise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now, Egyptians are men. I'm going to get this out the stones because this sounds a lot better out the stones. This is Isaiah 31:3. Egypt is a man and not a god, and their horses are of flesh and not spirit. Yahweh will stretch out his hand, and the helper will stumble, and the help will fall. They will all perish together. So let's get it from here. Now, Egypt's are men and not God, and their horses are flesh and not spirit. Let's just stop right there. This is why you're not supposed to increase horses. Because why is Isaiah also including this? Because every time we got into some shit, some bad problems, we run down to Egypt to hide. Okay, one more time. Now, the Egyptians are men and not God. Their horses are flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping or helping shall fall down, and they shall fall together. But this is why Isaiah is telling you, don't go down there, because why? They started trusting on the horses and their chariots, which is once again technology and horses. So let's let me see, man. Let me see. Shalom, everybody. Let me see. So let's go to the other brother real quick. He likes to he points it out. Let me see. I like this brother, man. He seems really dedicated, really learned. I really do like him, man.
Years ago, I remember reading a newspaper article stating that a pagan sage altered some flying horses from the heaven to create the horses we see in our world today. Horses belong to God and his armies. Since this sage was a fallen entity, he released those horses to humans to ride on and make war. Even though it sounds far-fetched, there are a lot of clues that point to this claim. First and foremost, It is Yahweh's objection to breeding horses. He told the Israelites not to breed them. He said, "Moreover, he, the king of Israel, shall not multiply horses for himself, nor shall he cause the people to return to Egypt to multiply horses." Deuteronomy 17:16.
Facts.
Israelites adhered to this command for at least another 500 years until King David introduced the limited use of horses in his army. We can also see the evidences of this event outside the Bible in ancient history. This is a depiction of an ancient chariot of war from Sumer.
From where?
On real
Whoa.
artifacts.
From where? Sumer.
Ancient chariot of war from Sumer. An ancient chariot of war from Sumer, based on real archaeological artifacts. The chariots we find here are being drawn by donkeys. History also tells us that Sumerians were defeated later by the Akkadians, simply because the Akkadians possessed the modern weaponry, the horse. So the horse is a later addition to humanity. Seems like the conversion of horses took place in Arabia. So the land of Arabia was called Arvastan by the Indians. The word Arva meaning horse, Avstan meaning the land in Sanskrit. Then Arva became Arba, from which the name Arabia has emerged. We also know that horses need a lot of greenery to feed on, but Arabia is not at all green today. It is because the Lord God dealt with that land. Do your research. You will find out that Arabia used to be green in the past. Even the abundant oil deposits of Arabia is a sign of perished fossils from the past. Horses are in heaven even today. Take a listen to this segment about the second coming of Jesus Christ from the Bible.
Hey, but he's making this point. We're gonna omit that last part, but hey, he's making this point. These things ain't right. Ain't no way around it, y'all. We gotta really start to pay attention to what's being said in the likeness of these things. They are not right. And let me make this clear. It's very clear it's not the horse that's evil. It's what they do with the horse. It's what they do with these chariots. They use these for war. Watch this. Watch this. Habakkuk 1:8. Their horses are also swifter than leopards and are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from afar, and they shall fly as an eagle that hasten to eat. They shall come all for violence. See that? Their faces shall sup up as the east wind. They shall gather the captivity as the sand. They that scoff at the kings and the princes shall be a scorn unto them. They that deride every stronghold, for they shall heap dust and take. You see, what he's pointing out is that those things will now be used for bad against us. Let me see. We just want to hit on these points, y'all. Let me go and check. What's good, brother? Hey, this is just, I ain't telling y'all this is going to be a super long one, but I just wanted to hit on those points. Horses, technology, its inception is not what you think it is. Now, we often say, refer back to our Torah, and it usually should guide you. Well, take a look. Don't bullshit yourself no more. You know where this came from. I'm not telling you, oh, I gotta go destroy every wheel of my house. I ain't telling you that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me see. This might be a little scary to some of y'all, but it is what it is, man. Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. See that? Know what you're looking at, man. That's technology. That's technology being presented to people. This is not too long after the flood, y'all. They're gonna keep saying that's a sun disk, that's all of that. Well, clearly that's the sun, that's the moon, and that's the kind of star, but this is something a little bit different. They use the geometry and the mathematics of these things, and they was able to recreate it. That is the technology that the fallen will pass on to man. And I'm here to tell y'all one of them was the wheel. Now I'm gonna say this again. Go back and look for all you can in history, and you're gonna always see a caveman in some kind of animal skins with a hammer hitting a wheel. Now, if anybody has anything they would like to add, or anybody wants to contest this, you're more than free to come on. I've already dropped the link. But if not, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, let's start meditating on this stuff. Let's start really thinking about this. That is a wheel. Ain't no way around that, y'all. That's a wheel. Or that's a Rephaim, because he's the child. So that's a Rephaim. And then if you look, those are satyrs. They have horse legs and they have a man's face, a man's upper. Those are satyrs. Now, as you looking on the screen, what's all right here? You got Satan coming out the water with the fish going around him. I mean, what more we really need to show y'all, man? The inception of this came from evil. It is what it is. Let's see. All right, Brother Shalom, I said he got Job 12, verse 6 precepts, right? So let's get to precepts real quick. I hate when they do that to me. I know the Stones reads a little bit different. So let me check the Stones real quick, because I know it's oriented just a little different. Okay. And I have Job 12 and 6. It says the tents of robbers are tranquil, and there is security for those whose anger, God into whomever hand brings it. I dig that. And what he's pointing at is that you have to trust Yahweh. You can't trust horses, chariots. You can't trust in those things. And technology, you have to trust Yahweh. So let me go back. Let me see what's pretty soon. 6 through 13. It says, please ask Behemoth, however, and I will teach you the bird. I'm sorry. The tabernacles of robbers, this is Job 12 and 6. The tabernacles of robbers prosper, and they that provoke God are secure, and to whose hand God bringeth abundantly. But ask now the beast, and they shall teach thee. Yes, because animals are older than us. And the fowls of the air, and they shall teach thee. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee. And the fishes of the sea, they shall declare unto thee. Who knoweth not in all of these that the hand of Yahweh hath wrought this? Facts. And those whose hand is the soul of everything, and the breath of all mankind. Doth not they try words, and the mouth taste his meat? With the ancient, it says, with the ancient is wisdom, and the length of days understanding. With him is wisdom and strength, and he hath counsel and understanding. Behold, he that breaketh down, and it cannot be built again. He shutteth up man, and there can be no opening. Behold, he withholdeth the waters, and dried up also, and he sendeth them out, and they overturn the earth. It says, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. Facts. So, it just goes out. Your trust has to be in Yahweh. Your trust cannot be into technology. It cannot be. You know what? I want to give you another one. And my big shout out to Tora Nights. Big shout out to my brother Davion. He always point this out, and I'm so bad because I don't have it. Oh, I gotta do it like this. This should show you can't trust in technology. Psalm 44:6. And there's a precept to this in Samuel somewhere too. I put no trust into my bow. My sword does not bring me victory. You see that? For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So King David was clearly telling you, don't trust on technology. What did Bruce Lee say? What's his famous quote? He said a weapon is only an extension of the hand. That makes great sense. But King David is clearly telling you, I didn't trust my sword. I didn't trust the bow and arrow. He trusted in Yahweh, and we can prove that. We can prove that. Let me see. Because, yeah, we can prove that, and I think we might end up wrapping this up if anybody else got nothing. Because I actually like this one. People's, what was that, 6? I'll give y'all brothers a chance. I'm sorry, hold on. I'm gonna give y'all brothers a chance. Like I said, that link is up there. It's giving y'all brothers a chance to come on if y'all got something y'all would like to add. But y'all get I'm starting to see y'all getting the point that we're making here. These horses, this technology, we can't trust on that, man. Like, once you start putting your trust into something else, like it's gonna end up really bad for you. Like I said, I'm leaving the link open just in case brothers got something they want to bring in. I'm losing a place. I know because I'm overthinking. But long story short, there's somewhere in Samuel where David tells Goliath, I'm going to use the name of my God against you. He never tells Goliath, I'm going to use a rock. He literally tells Goliath, I'm going to use the name of my God. I'll let y'all brothers do the label to find that, even though it's right here in front of my face. I could Google it, but I'm not. But unless any brothers got anything else they want to bring on to present. So I'm say Shalom, praise Yahweh, meditate on this. Shalom.